Hi everybody, so I come to you from my villa in Hawaii. I thought I would tell you what fragrances I'm wearing in this beautiful, tropical, gorgeous country. Okay, that's my little fantasy. The fact of the matter is I'm still in England, I'm in my house and it's October. Today we've had rain and it's been a bit cold, but the problem is I can't get my head around it. I don't know, I think my nose is broken actually. I'm going to go to the doctor's because I just don't want to wear the obvious winter, cozy, cold kind of weather fragrances. I can't get past the fact that I love tropical, pretty, bright, sunshiny fragrances. So I thought that I would indulge my fantasy and share it with you. And so these are my favourite fragrances to conjure up that feeling that you're on holiday. I think that these summery fragrances are not just for summer. I think they're to evoke a sense of summer when you're in the bleakest of winter. So I mean, we're not in bleak winter yet, thank God, but it's fucking coming and I don't like it. 4:30 this afternoon, I'm driving home, it's dark. 4:30 in the afternoon. So I need some sunshine in my life and this is how I'm going to get it. So I'm sharing them with you. It's a top 10, but the first 5 are in no particular order because it's too difficult to really make a conscious decision. So let's start off with this fragrance. Sorry for the banging. This fragrance is called Beach Walk from Maison Martin Margiela. It's an eau de toilette. I've put some on this paper, also some on skin because it's different. And no, it's there. It's different on skin. And this one, I've got notes on here of ylang ylang, bergamot, pink peppercorn, fragrance of the beach and salt sprayed skin on a summer's day. It really does evoke a tropical holiday. You totally get the sweet, heady, exotic floral of the ylang ylang. You get some of the sort of salty, almost like yes, like a salty, musky kind of thing, like salty skin. It's really bright and really happy fragrance. So that's a really nice one. Beach Walk, and that's an eau de toilette. And then we are going to do this one. South Water from Lily Bermuda. This is the fruitiest offering that I have for you. And I've sprayed that on here. This is a cologne concentration. And there's guava, there's cactus, I've written it on here as well. This one says ocean breeze, coconut milk, gardenia, sea salt, white musk. I get a lot more fruit from this than anything else, not the tangerine too, obviously. But I think probably it's the guava I'm getting. It's definitely a tropical but kind of mellow fruit. Gardenia is like plumeria, and this is a really nice white flower. And possibly a little bit of sea breeze. You know, sometimes I don't know if you think it because you know it's supposed to be there. It's a nice musky, quite light. This is one that you would probably want to respray after a few hours just to get that bright, fresh, fruity blast to bring back holiday feelings. So that's that. And then I've also got for you, this one's interesting. I've only just picked up a sample. It's called Sable Soleil. There it's by Phaidon. The perfume is Pierre Guillaume, as he is for all of Phaidon fragrances. This is slightly different. This has got geranium in it. I don't really pick that out too much, but it's got coconut milk, sandalwood, tonka, white musk, lemon blossom. I wore it last night and it's really pleasant, very tropical. The coconut's really mellow. It's not like, you know, sometimes coconut can smell a bit cheap because you get it in so many products like leave-in hair conditioner and stuff like that. Too much coconut I think smells cheap, but it's got a really creamy coconut where it's lovely with the sandalwood. It's more of a subtle beach scent. It's not so, if you're not a fan of those white floral type things, then this might be more up your street. There is still jasmine in there, but it's way more subtle than the other white floral type beach scents that you get, so that might be a good one. I would say that that would work on a guy as well as a girl. The same goes for Southwater, but the beach walk might be a bit too floral for most men's tastes. I've tried to bring a few in that might suit men as well. Virgin Island Water is my next one. So this is really sharp, fresh lime, a little bit of lemon, some coconut. It's supposed to have rum in it, reminiscent of like mojitos. I don't really necessarily get that. I think I get the sugar syrup that you get in a mojito rather than necessarily the rum, and totally like tons of lime. This is really very much a bright, fresh holiday scent. The only problem, I don't get very good longevity. Apparently batches vary, maybe I've not got the best batch, but I don't get too much from it. So if I was wearing it on a holiday, I would probably respray after about 3 hours during the day. It might work better in the evening perhaps, but it's definitely one that guys can wear. Probably I know more men that wear it than women. So now we've got, this is, where's it gone? There it is. Terracotta La Parfum. I've got this little decant here. Got it sprayed on here. And this to me, it's a frangipani type fragrance again, but it's got a spiciness. It's almost like frangipani on, imagine frangipani ice cream melting over a soft ginger cookie. It's got that kind of gingery vibe to it. And I've written a little note to myself to say that an alternative for this one, I think, is Yves Rocher Eau de Vahines. It's a bit, or quite a bit cheaper. You can generally get a deal with Yves Rocher online, and it's similar-ish. But yeah, Terracotta is very nice, probably more of an evening than daytime, but it totally got that white flower thing and yellow flowers, and just conjures up sunshine, tropical holidays. It's by Thierry Rossa, who is one of my favourite perfumers, the in-house perfumer for Guerlain. So yeah, I like it a lot. Then we are going with Pure Azure, which is, oopsie, another sample that I've got here, and it's another one by Phaidon. So again, Pierre Guillaume. This is supposed to be based on fig, and there's also orange blossom, vanilla, jasmine and spicy notes, tonka and salt. And I kind of get that. It's called Pure Azure. It does make you think of an expansive, pure turquoise sea, like crystal clear. You might see dolphins jumping up and down, and it's not like Terracotta at all. It's not like some of the others I'm going to mention to you. I think the fig takes it in a different direction. It's still quite mellow. I had a sample a couple of years ago, and I remember getting a compliment on it. It's a lovely musk in the dry down. Definitely reminiscent of a holiday, but more like a tranquil, almost like you're on your own island feel to it, rather than like you're drinking cocktails and partying. It's different. Right then, so these are now in order. These are my last 4, and they're in order of preference. So for number 4, we've got Venetian Bergamot from Tom Ford, and I've got that one here. The initial blast that you get, I'm just going to refresh on a little bit of my hand, because the opening really is quite different to what you get in the dry down. The opening is absolutely stunning, really fresh, beautiful, crisp bergamot, intense freshness. It's crazy. But it warms up on your skin, and flowers just, the flowers literally bloom on your skin. White flowers, and just a sweet, floral but fresh. Definitely reminds me of holidays. You can imagine, it's so sort of what do you call it, natural smelling flowers. It's like you're walking past a beautiful bush of exotic white flowers, you know. It's like sort of like jasmine, but maybe more like your tiara flowers, gardenias. Really, really nice, but definitely quite floral, and I don't think a lot of guys are really gonna go for that one. So then we've got my number three. Number three is, I've got the bottle because I love it, so Nectar des Îles. This is very strong to start with. It's called Eau de Cologne, but it's not an Eau de Cologne. It's closer, in my mind, it's closer to an extract strength. It is so strong. You only need 1 or 2 sprays maximum. The perfumer behind this one is Juan Perez, and he's got his own perfume company called the Exotic Island Perfumer. And some of the fragrances sound amazing, but he's based somewhere far, far away, and I'm not sure I'm going to ever get hold of any of those samples. However, this one I did get hold of. I had to have it shipped from the States, and the notes are Osmanthus Ylang Ylang Jasmine Plumeria, which is another word for frangipani, so another beautiful exotic white flower, sandalwood, vanilla, amber and musk. This is, it's sweet, but there's so much going on in the base. It's something a little bit, something that kind of deepens it, darkens it. It's beautifully exotic. It's crazily beautifully exotic. As I said, it's so strong. It's just ridiculous. I think you could wear that during the day and in the hottest of weather, and I think it would really hold its own. But really, it kind of, for me, evokes a sexy night out. You know, like, this is a fun fragrance as well. This is playful and seductive, really. I think, you know, out in the evening, partying, out on a lovely sort of evening with your fella, and you're going to kind of blend in with the exotic flowers in the floating around in the air, but it's really, really nice. So I love that one. That's why it's my number three. And now then, number two. Number two is Soleil Blanc. I've actually got 2 decants on the go at the same time, so I've not got too much left, and I love this one. I've gone up and down on how much I love it because I thought the performance was a bit lacking the first time I tried it. However, when I tried it in slightly cooler weather, I realised that the performance is actually pretty good. It does go through the whole day. It's probably not a strong projector after a couple of hours, but it's definitely still very much there. Anyway, Soleil Blanc from Tom Ford. You've got pistachio in there. You've got cardamom and pink pepper, ylang ylang, jasmine, tuberose, coconut, benzoin, amber and tonka. It's sweet. It's a bit creamy. It's a little bit woodsy as well. It's totally exotic. It's absolutely edible. I'd say this is bordering on a gourmand, the way that it smells so bloody edible. It's quite similar to Beach Walk, but Beach Walk's maybe slightly sharper and it's got a little bit less going on. This is really full-bodied, and you get a little bit of transition with this one, which is nice. I like things to change up a little bit. And this is just really, really quite a, yeah, it's just sexy. Yeah, it's sexy. Again, it's probably more appealing to a lady because there's a ton of florals in there, and tuberose. I don't really get a lot of tuberose. It's certainly, like, tuberose can scare me sometimes, but it's not too bad. It's more, for me, it smells more like tiara flowers and ylang, frangipani rather than the ylang and the jasmine. But it all comes together. It's just absolutely beautiful. So anyway, that brings me on to my numero uno, and I've gone through 2 decants, and I've also got this tiny little decant with just that left. It's called Frangipan by Shantikal. It's a French brand, if you couldn't tell, and it is stunning. It's different to all of these. It's in the same, like, really, like, close in the ballpark, but it's just pitched at a completely different level. It's higher pitched, but in a really beautiful, it's like the most beautiful humming melody. So this one's got ylang ylang jasmine. It's got water hyacinth, which I'm not really sure what that should smell like. It's got a little bit of incense in there. It's not too obvious to my nose. but I think it just helps anchor the fragrance. This really does last. This properly lasts, and it projects like a beast, but it's not a beast, it's beauty. It's a beauty. It's got amber and musk in it as well, which again are going to help to anchor it, and vanilla. So yeah, it's quite sweet. It's definitely floral. It's very creamy and very, very tropically beautiful. Picture the most beautiful Hawaiian local girl, you know, with the gorgeous brown skin, big brown almond eyes, beautiful flowing hair, one of those floral lays around her neck, lovely big smile, and she smells like this. It is absolutely stunning, and I need to get hold of some more. It's quite pricey. It's one of the most pricey ones that I've shown you. I think Nick, I'm not sure, Tom Ford might be a bit more, but yeah, they're in the same sort of price bracket. However, I love it. I'm not quite done, so that's my 10 fragrances, but I've also got, this is Elemis Exotic Frangipani Oil. I think this is a brilliant base for any of those fragrances. You warm it up because it's solid. Don't know if you can see, it's solid in there. You have to warm it up. You might not have to warm it up if you're actually somewhere beautiful and hot, but when you're here in October, you have to warm it up, so you can just put it in the sink of hot water or whatever you want to do, and then you get an oil, and you can just use it all over your body and then spray your perfume on top, and it just smells beautiful. Obviously it's like a coconut, a frangipani sunscreen kind of smell, but really, really nice. And the other thing is, if you actually are somewhere beautiful and exotic, this is my top recommendation. If you're going to go with any of those fragrances or anything along the same lines, then Pitsbuilin have the most beautiful smelling suntan screens. If you've not tried it before, it's really, really nice. Let's get a little bit out. Let's get a little bit out. Yeah. So bloody good. I mean, it just smells like the nicest sunscreen ever. I've never smelled a sunscreen that smells better than that. Again, it's that tangipani, it's that tiara flower frangipani kind of floral, but it's not really ultra girly floral. It's got that kind, it's got a clean, out of the shower, almost soapy like background to it as well. It's beautiful, and it works so well with any of those kind of white floral beachy vibe fragrances. It's brilliant. So yeah, don't go on holiday without a bit of Pitsbuilin. And this Elemis stuff you can also use in your hair. So like if you've got mental hair like me, you could put a little bit, just smooth it through when it's dry, just to kind of smooth it down a little bit. You can use it as a conditioner. So you could do like warm it up, put it on your hair overnight, and then just shampoo it off the next day. And because it smells so beautiful, the smell will linger in your hair, which is really, really nice. I think I'm done, but I just want to ask you if you can tell me have I missed something. Is there something better out there in terms of a beachy tropical holiday fragrance? What are your go-to fragrances to conjure up a Hawaiian tropic beach kind of thing? Yeah, let me know, and I think I'm done then. So thanks for watching. Bye.